Taking down special guest in the morning. It is Belinda Carlisle.
Yeah.
It is almost tobacco-y, sort of.
It's
Sea salt.
It's very peculiar. It is salty. It is also
meaty. There's some
slightly yeasty.
Yeasty. Oh, is it like Bovril or Marmite?
No! It is Marmite flavoured chocolate. Marmite flavoured chocolate.
Yeah. No, it is actually. When you know.
Likely.
When you know what it is,
It's only
taste comes through.
it's 2%. So it's hardly any Marmite in it at all. As you can see, I'm now 45. I can barely read. Now, talented and beautiful Belinda has enjoyed massive commercial and critical acclaim. First with the Go-Go's. I love the Go-Go's. And then later in her own right. And next summer you're going to be able to hear her singing her monster hits like Heaven is a Place on Earth and Circling the Sand live as you're joining the Here and Now tour next year. Is that right?
Right.
My word.
Second time. Well, I've actually done
it before, yeah.
And I've done Here and Now dates, but this is like a mega bill with Boy George and Jason Donovan,
Who's
Jimmy
coming here on
Somerville.
Friday as well.
Midge, Pepsi and Shirley and Flock of Seagulls. So it's a great bill.
Do you enjoy it going out there?
Yeah, because for us as artists, it's we get to play just our hits, and for the audience, there's no filler. And it's like an evening of instant gratification. So it's good. It's good for everybody.
It is. I must admit, I've been to some of the Here and Now tours, and I'm not ashamed to say it, because they are a great night out for the fans.
Really fun,
There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
Absolutely no doubt at all. What about the 80s yourself? I mean, what were your memories of the 80s? Fantastic times?
The ones that I have.
It's like that as if you can remember you weren't really there.
Exactly. The age of decadence. But no, it was, for me, it was great. I started my career in the late 70s. The Go-Go's had success in 1980, and I've been working since the 80s. So for me, it was good. They were very good for me.
But they were, as you say, it was because I think it's that we've got this sort of new Gordon Gekko film, and it made me think again about the 80s. It really was a decade of excess.
Very much so. Very much so.
You survived.
I did survive, and by the grace of God.
I was going to say how, because I know, you've written extensively.
She's not really wanting to talk too much about it, is she? There's got to be something good here to get out.
Because it's been talked about. But yes, I mean, it's, I'm just meant to be here, I guess.
And these days, Clean Living Buddhist, based in India part of the year, is that right?
Right, I've been between France and India, yes.
How did that come to be?
Well, I mean, I moved to France 18 years ago. And because we could, and with my profession, I can live anywhere. And then I started traveling to India about 12 years ago, and I love it there. I love the people, and I decided to spend a lot of time. I have a lot of teachers, yoga teachers there, and a lot of friends. So, why not?
It's my actual fantasy. That is my dream. It's
I love
actually
it there.
6 months in Spain, 6 months in India.
Yeah, I love it there.
And have you travelled around in India much?
Yeah, because I have a little business that I have, so I have to travel. So
have you been up to Bhutan out of interest? Have you been there?
No, but I've been to Ladakh, which is near Bhutan.
Yeah. No, that sounds... Oh, fantastic. Now, on the romantic front, one of pop's most enduring relationships. You've been with your husband more than, 25 years?
About 26 years.
26 years.
Yeah.
Son of James Mason.
Yes.
Great British actor, of course, as well. And
yes.
That's quite unusual in showbiz.
Well, I think the key to that is that we just give each other a lot of space, and that's pretty much it. I mean, we both travel a lot, and we're not together 100% of the time, and I think that's the key.
not being together.
Honestly, yes.
We're talking about the miners later on, the Chilean miners, and I thought, having been married once before, the idea of being 2 months underground sounds actually quite appealing. It's the coming back bit I'm worried about. Now, and is it true, is it not, that you also saved your husband from becoming one of Joan Collins's partners? Is that right?
That's a good story.
Yes, actually, I did so. Well, before I met my husband, he had gone out with a lot of glamorous women, Joan being one of them, and I just thought that I wasn't worthy. Actually, because I thought anybody who really got on with Joan Collins, I probably wouldn't get on with.
Is it true you moved in with him the day after Is it true you moved in with him the day after you met?
Yeah.
I love that.
Well, we just, everybody thought it was nuts, but we thought it was the most normal thing to do. And,
it's very
we did, yeah.
And you can actually see Morgan in the video of Heaven is a Place on Earth if you keep your eyes peeled.
Baby, do you know what that's worth?
give up and go dancing. No.
Well, I think the Libra in me, I see both sides of the coin. But, I mean, I think that the idea you had of voluntary testing is...
It's a great idea, isn't it?
I think it's a great idea.
Because you'd feel guilty if you didn't put yourself forward, wouldn't you? You'd think that everybody was...
Weed it out.
So it passes the burden of responsibility onto you in a much more subtle way.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a great idea. And I mean, obviously something needs to be done because there are people taking advantage, so...
Yeah.